Hello everyone, welcome back. So this video is about Linux installation. So all of you might have heard about Linux and it's very easy to download and install Linux onto your computer. So most of the Linux based operating system are free of cost and you can try to dual boot along with your current version of operating system. So if you're using Windows, you can dual boot along with Windows, and if you're on Mac, you can also dual boot on a Mac. So just give it a try. So let's start this video. So the first step, in this step we will download Linux and create a bootable USB drive to install Linux. So let's start by downloading the version of Linux you want to use. So you can download any Linux you want to use, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, or any free Linux or paid Linux you want to use. The step will be same for all the Linux. So the first thing is just go to a browser and search for the Linux you want to download. So in this case, I'm download Linux Mint. So I will download Linux Mint. So just search for Linux Mint and then visit the website. So now you can see the website loads up. Just click on download. So you can see download on the top, second option. So just click on download. So now you will see one option. So whether you want a 64-bit or 32-bit operating system. So if you don't know whether a computer is 32-bit or 64-bit, you can check that. So just right click onto your My Computer icon and click on Properties. So here you can see, so my computer is x64, so this is a 64-bit computer, it will be written. So just close this tab and download a 64-bit installer. So now you have to choose a server. So you choose any server you want. So to start downloading, I've already downloaded, so I will cancel the download. So after this is downloaded, you need to create a bootable USB drive to install the operating system onto your computer. So launch this app, Rufus app. I will give the link in description below. So just launch this app. So now we are inside Rufus. So now select the ISO file you downloaded for the Linux. So just click on select and select the file or drag the file onto the select icon inside this window. So now plug in a USB drive, a pen drive at least 4 gigabytes. Now you will see something as partition scheme. In this, there will be two options, MBR or GPT. If you don't know whether computer is MBR or GPT, just right click on Windows, then click on disk management. So when you're inside disk management, right click on disk O and click on property, that is disk 0. Then click on volumes. You will see the GPT or MBR. If it is GPT, select GPT, otherwise select MBR. So in this case, it is GPT, so we will select GPT. Now, if you want, you can choose any name for the bootable drive, then click on OK. Then leave the first option, that is the ISO option. Click on OK. Now again, click on OK. So you should back up all the data on your USB drive as it will be erased. Now just click on Start. So it will start creating a bootable drive. It will take some time. I'll speed this up. So just close this window and wait for some time. It will take some time to create a bootable USB drive. Now this step is creating a bootable USB drive which will be used to install Linux onto your computer. So you can see the progress is about to complete. So it's finished. So just click on close. Now the second step. So in this step, we are going to partition the drive and install Linux onto your computer. So let's start by partitioning the drive. So just right click on the Windows icon, then click on disk management. So inside disk management, you will see something as disk 0. That is your internal hard drive. So just right click on whatever partition has more storage. So just right click on any partition which has more free storage. Then click on shrink. So from here you can shrink that drive and create a new partition from this. So just enter the date, how much megabytes or GB you want to allot to. So I'm giving 30 gigabytes. So just enter that. So for some reason you have free storage on your partition, but you still can't shrink it. Just defragment the drive. You can just Google it how to defragment a drive. It's very easy. And then click on shrink. So now you have a new partition, an unallotted partition. So just leave it like that. Close this. Then go into my computer. So just leave the bootable USB drive we just created. Don't unplug it and then restart your computer. So while your computer is restarting, you need to click the escape or F10 or F12. It depends on the manufacturer to enter boot device selection menu. Or if you have secure boot turned on in BIOS, refer to your manufacturer website and turned off secure boot and turned on legacy mode. Or try if it doesn't work, then turn on legacy mode. So while the computer is starting, in this case, it's a HP laptop, so I will press escape key. So now I have multiple options. So I will click on boot device option. So just click on boot device option. This will be different on all the computer, but you can follow along on your manufacturer website. So just now select your USB drive which you just created as a bootable drive and click on enter. So the best thing about Linux is you can just try out Linux without installing. So now just click on the first option and it will start loading the installation page. So you can see it's loading. So now we are on the home page. So now at this stage, Linux is not installed on your computer, but it's just booted from the bootable USB drive. So you can use it at this stage. And if you like, you can go on and click on this to install it. So just click on continue, select your language and region. Just click on OK. Then click on continue again. So this is a very crucial step. If you select the first option, you should be very careful at this. So if you select the first option, your seed partition, that is a Windows partition, will be resized and this Linux will be installed alongside with it. Don't select the second option, it will erase all the data on your computer. So you can either select the first option. So I'm going to do here manually. So just click on the last option and click on continue. So here you can see drives all the partitions we have created. So just go to the bottom and you will see something as unallotted or free space. So that is the partition we created before. So just click on plus. Don't change the file system at boot point. Just select the slash or home. Then click on OK. So now we are creating a new partition in Ubuntu file system or Mint Linux file system or whatever Linux file system. So install Linux onto that partition. So now again select the Windows Boot Manager and click on the drive name. Then click on install now. So then you will see the list. So just verify the drive before going. So click on go back, you will see partition 8. So I will click on go back. And I will again go to the bottom and verify that whether 8 is the drive I just created. So it is 8. So just click on install now. Then click on continue. Now select your region. Click on continue. Now enter your name. So you will need to set any password. So select any password you want, but you need to create a password. So I'm going to just select the password as 1. So just click on continue. So now this will start installing Linux onto your computer. So this will take some time. I've sped this up. So just sit back, relax, it will install. Then you will boot into Linux. So now Linux is installed. Just click on restart. So after restarting, you are taken back into Windows instead of Linux. Don't worry. You can again go back into Linux. So just restart your computer again. And when your computer is restarting this time, press the escape or whatever boot device option button on your computer. Then select the boot device option and unplug your USB drive, your bootable drive at this stage. So now you can see there's one new OS boot manager UEFI, that Ubuntu. I've installed Mint Linux, but it's still saying Ubuntu. Just click on that, select that. So you will see your Windows boot manager. So if you choose that, you will be taken back into Windows. So now Ubuntu or Mint Linux, whatever you installed is booting. So here it is, welcome screen. So just delete it once or whatever you want to do. So now you can see we are running Mint Linux on a computer natively. The performance will be better. So it is very good, it is smooth. So how to remove Linux from your computer? If you want to claim back the storage or if you don't want to use it more, so just follow these steps. So just right click on the Windows icon, then go to disk management. So you just delete the whatever partition you installed, Ubuntu or Linux or Mint Linux, whatever is there. So just click on delete that partition, click on OK. So just click on yes. So this will delete all the data inside that operating system. So back it up if there is some data inside that operating system. So now there's unallotted space. So if you want to use that space, so just click on the drive before it and click on extend. Just click on next, again next, finish. So that storage will be merged into this partition. So now you have completely uninstalled that other Linux operating system. So now again right click on my computer and click on properties. Then click on advanced system settings. Then click on setting. So here you can see there's only one operating system installed on your computer. So just close it